In this part we'll focus on working with the Origin tab. The Origin tab provides tools for adjusting the pivot position of your mesh directly inside Unity. First is pivot bottom. This operation calculates the center of mass of the mesh. Then it moves the pivot down to the lowest point of mesh aligned with the center. In simple terms, it places the pivot at the base of the object, centered properly. This is very useful for props or environment objects that need to sit correctly on surfaces. The operation fully supports undo, and the original mesh asset remains unchanged. After applying the operation, the game object is marked with star, indicating that it needs to be saved. Operation can be conducted on single or multiple mesh filters. Next is pivot center of mass. This operation calculates the average geometric center of mesh and moves the pivot to that position. It is useful for balanced rotation and physics-based setups. The operation supports undo and does not modify the original mesh file. After applying the operation, the game object is marked with star, indicating that it needs to be saved. Now, let's look at pivot to selection. This moves the pivot to the average center of the currently selected triangles. It allows precise pivot placement based on specific parts of the mesh. The operation fully supports undo and preserves the original mesh asset. After applying the operation, the game object is marked with star, indicating that it needs to be saved. And finally, the most flexible option, pivot set. Pivot set allows you to manually adjust the pivot position in real time using interactive handles in the scene view. You can freely drag the pivot exactly when you need it with full visual feedback. Additionally, while using pivot set, you can press and hold V to snap the pivot to the nearest vertex. This makes precise alignment fast and effortless. The operation fully supports undo and does not modify the original mesh file. After applying the operation, the game object is marked with star, indicating that it needs to be saved.